Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. This morning, I just want to look at the way that this trial is being conducted. I've always been worried about the way this trial is being conducted. You know, a trial, to be a fair trial, has to be conducted in a certain way. And what is that certain way? The judge in any trial is not supposed to lean either way, to the defense or to the prosecution. The judge is supposed to play a fair and impartial role. In other words, whatever the prosecution comes up with or the defense come up with, he must just be in the middle to adjudicate without fear, favor, or prejudice. That is what the judicial oath of office requires of judges. But I've been, observing this trial. In one of my earlier episodes, I said, every time an objection is made by the defense, it does not seem to be taken very seriously. And I cannot recall one objection by the defense which was upheld by the judge, which is most astonishing. Because some of the objections that the defense has been raising have been justified. But invariably, the judge he does not even make a ruling. He just bulldozes them and tells them, let us go and get on with the business of the day. Let us not waste time. That is how this trial has been going. When an objection is made, for instance, the defense will come up with that particular objection. The procedure is that the prosecution must then answer. And at the end of it all, the judge will then make a ruling. This is not happening in the sense of Meyiwa trial. The defense will object, the judge will not tell them, no, you always have the right to cross-examine. He just ignores that objection and tells them, at a later stage, you can always question this witness. Let the witness say what the witness wants to say. But procedurally, whenever anything arises in a court of law, defense witnesses, or anybody for that matter, is entitled to stand up and say, I object to this procedure. You cannot just let unprocedural things go and inform whoever is objecting, which in many cases is the defense, and tell them, oh, well, you can always object, you can always cross-examine at a later stage. Now, there's this perceived unfairness and leaning towards the prosecution, which is rather disturbing. Let me give you a typical example. A typical example of this is when Advocate Munisi was cross-examining. There was a time when Gininda said there is a statement in which Kelly Kumalo implicates accused number 3. Baloyi then insisted, Gininda was in the box, Baloyi then insisted that there was no such statement. There had never been any such statement in front of the judge in court. Okay, let us pass that. Later on, when Advocate Mnisi took up this issue with Gininda and another witness, right? In fact, that witness considered that statement had in fact been emailed to Baloyi. And Baloyi changed tack. Baloyi just, took a U-turn, a drastic U-turn. And in fact admitted that statement was there when he had just a few minutes earlier insisted that there was no such statement, or the previous day he had insisted that there was no such statement. You see, such conduct is unprofessional on the part of the prosecution. You don't deny the existence of something, and then when later you are confronted by your own witnesses with the very document or statement that whose existence you denied, you then acknowledge this. I should have said that the judge should have come down very heavily on Baloyi. You don't do that. But the judge simply just said, oh, well, let's not argue about this. Let's not argue about this statement. Oh, the statement is here now. The statement is here now. You see, Baloyi got away with outright dishonesty before the judge. 1 minute you are saying there's no such statement. The next minute you just acknowledge the statement is there because the statement had in fact been emailed to you. How could you not have a statement? Then Baloyi also came up with allegations that, okay, this statement was part of exhibit, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, in front of the judge, Baloyi had denied the existence of that statement. But when confronted by his own witnesses, he then acknowledges the existence of that statement. This was misleading the court. Baloyi was definitely misleading the court. But Baloyi got away with it. The judge said nothing. Are we seeing a fair trial here? How impartial is this judge? When he lets things like this just, get away. So I've been concerned about the way the trial is conducted. I'll be bringing you a lot of, issues in and around the trial, which, are quite disturbing. But the most important thing is, during the day today, I'll talk with former investigator Constable Tlapadima and see what Tlapadima has got for you, so that in the midday edition of the Daily Fix, we'll try and give you an update of where we are with Tlapadima. And Tlapadima is a very important person. Remember, he was on the ground. He was investigating these things. Tlapadima is not speculating about something or this or that. Tlapadima was on the ground. He knows what he's talking about. I am getting things from the proverbial horse's mouth. So let us look forward to that at midday today. Having said that, let me thank you very much in a very special manner for the subscriptions that I'm seeing flowing in and the views. I have always said, dear viewers, why don't we make or why don't we turn a view into a subscription? If you can view, you can subscribe. It is that simple. It is only a click away. It is free. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.